What's going on, everyone? We're back with another video. This time we're going to go over psychology. We aren't going to go over any charts, none of that, just your mental. If you haven't already, definitely use the link in the description to join our Discord. I know a lot of you guys may need help in your trading journey, and my Discord group is a group of mentors that go over everything from stock options to futures trading to crypto. We post daily in here our setups and positions and just our thoughts on the market. You can join and we will assist you with any questions or help you may need in the market. As you can see, I have my winners channel here that I post all that. I have my analysis channel that we post. And there's, like I said, it's a group of us that do this. So daily, we're just, popping in what we're looking at, what we're entering, the trades that we have won, any questions. We post, other links to other YouTube videos, everything. So if you're needing help in your trading journey, definitely come join us, and we got you covered. But now let's get into it. So psychology is everything within trading. The hard part is absolutely not whatever strategy you use. Honestly, if you ask me, they all work. Support and resistance, liquidity concepts, ICT, Bollinger Bands, SMAs, EMAs, Ichimoku Cloud, you name it. You can make profit with all of them. The hard part is the mental discipline required to trade and make profit. The hard part is the discipline to make sure you never deviate from your strat. Having the awareness to never deviate from your strat. Sometimes you may just not be paying attention and enter something that is invalid per your strat, but you didn't know it until you reviewed the trade after you lost. That has happened to me plenty of times. The hard part is having the confidence in yourself and your strategy to continue trading your strat when you are on a losing streak. The hard part is being a robotic trader, setting your stop loss and TP the same way every time, entering based off the same criteria every time, not revenge trading when you've taken a loss and getting greedy with your next position because you feel wronged by the market and you want to get back what you feel you deserve. Not letting the trades dictate your mood. Some things are very frustrating in trading. Sometimes price will just barely wick your stop loss and then shoot straight to your TP. I can't even tell you how many times that's happened to me too. Or vice versa, price of getting very close to your TP, then reversing and smashing your stop loss. Not letting yourself get too upset and then you start making bad decisions in the market. That's hard. Knowing when to walk away from the charts because you're not sure of your setup or price action is not clear. These are all the hard things about trading, which is again way harder than just finding a strategy that makes money. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of ways to make money in the market. There's no one set way. There's no way that's particularly the best. What's going to be best is what works for you. Um, and that is always going to be, and just it's just psychology is always going to be the hardest. It's all a mental battle. And so you might be wondering, what do you do about that, right? What is the mindset to have? First and foremost, you have to have complete trust and confidence in your strategy, no matter how many wins or losses you've accrued in whatever time frame. My mentor told me something that I'll never forget, and it's that casinos never worry when someone wins the jackpot and they have to give them money because they know that over time they will be the ones in profit. Their edge works out in favor over time. The mindset to have is that your job is only to follow your strategy. If you followed your strategy to the T with your execution, then you cannot take a loss. That's simply a sequence of events that lead to profit. You've done your job in the market if you have followed your strategy. That's all you can do. And in my mind, if you followed your strategy, you didn't lose because you're just playing your edge over time, which leads you to profit. Your job is not to predict where the market is going. Your job is to um, let me rewind. Your job is not to predict where the market is going. Your job is not to make money. Also, your job is to follow your strategy. The rest will come. Following your strategy will also prevent you from making emotional decisions in the market, like revenge trading or getting greedy with a position. The mindset to have is that you should be perfectly fine with sitting on your hands. Sometimes the market will be unclear or you'll be unsure about the price action. This does not mean, you are doing something wrong or any problems with you as to why you're not seeing a good entry. So you have to know to just walk away and come back to the charts another day. Live to see another day. You have to know when to do that. There's no reason to fear of missing out. A lot of things that traders deal with is a fear of missing out. They want to miss out on a good setup, or you might know price is going to sell today, and so you want to get in on a sell, but you don't quite know where that entry should be, when it's going to form, all this and that. So you kind of force an entry, you kind of force yourself to see something within the market, and oftentimes that does not really work. And so you have to know when to just walk away when things are not clear. The thing that's going to make you money a lot of time is just knowing when to not do anything in the market, just inaction. Um, and then similarly, a loss does not mean that you've done something wrong and that you need to fix your strat. Losses are inevitable and you must embrace them. You absolutely must. Another quote I came across one day is that profitable traders are just good losers and good risk managers. If you go back to my video on risk management, if you target 2R per trade, you can literally lose more than you win and still come out super in the money. But losses are tough, and it's tough to take them and still feel like you're on the right track. However, that just comes with the territory of trading. And another thing is you have to remember the long game. You're not going to get wealthy and achieve your goals overnight. It's going to take years and years of consistent trading, consistent discipline, and eventually you will get there. You have to do the same thing over and over and over, and you will get there. And that's again why I say your only job in the market is to follow your strategy, and the rest will come. This will get boring at some point, and that's perfectly fine. That is how it should be. One of the barriers to people obtaining wealth is that they're always looking for excitement in whatever they do. Winning a trade is exciting. Finding a new strategy that you think will work better than your current one is exciting. Starting a new business or some new venture, all of that good stuff is exciting. Um, but being a robotic trader, being consistent and doing the same exact thing over and over and over again, that is inherently boring. But that is what's necessary to breed profit and to breed abundance. Regardless of if you are making money or not, doing the same exact thing over and over and over again, which is what you need to do in trading, is just boring. You can make plenty of money at your 9 to 5 job and still find it boring. It is the same thing here within trading, and really with anything. So don't try to find that excitement. If you are feeling bored, if you are not feeling as stimulated, that might be what you want within the markets and just whatever venture you are on at the moment. Another thing is you must journal, and you must journal both the good and the bad. Analyze every trade you take after it is over, see where you may need to improve or where you're doing great. Journaling is important to hold yourself accountable, to remember past mistakes you've made, um, and just to learn from those, right? To remember what works for you, journaling is very important. And just overall discipline for forming healthy thoughts and relationships with the market, forming healthy habits. Journaling is very important. I have my journal, and I try to journal every single day, at least every trading day. And then also definitely have your own trading log, whether it be an Excel sheet. I know there's like trading log trackers that you can use that'll automatically book your profit and loss. And you can just look at that as your log, or you can have a manual log. I had a manual trading log at one point where I wrote down every single position and what it looked like and how much I made, how much I lost. I wrote it down instead of having like an Excel sheet or anything like that. So definitely make sure you're logging your trades as well. And I could go on about this forever, but I wanted this to be more of a quick video just to get your mindset right going into the week. It should be a good week this week coming up, first week of April. The markets are in full swing now. And so, yeah, but the last thing I will leave you with is that trading is the easiest yet hardest thing you may ever do in your life. And it's easy because you can just sit at your computer or phone and watch the candles and make money. It's hard because it is an extremely mental battle. Again, you're just sitting there watching candles, waiting to buy and sell. And so your mind runs rampant. Um, and again, I would harp on it's not the strategy that is the hard part. It's easy to find a candlestick pattern that works for you. It's easy to identify support and resistance, and that you can probably buy off of support and resistance. It's easy to identify fair value gaps, and that you can, buy or sell based off of how price interacts with those uh, F FEGs. It's very easy to find the pattern or set of criteria that you like to trade, because essentially your setups are going to look pretty much the same every single time. So the pattern recognition really isn't the hardest. Again, it's just a mindset battle. Your mind runs rampant. You lose a trade, and um, you get greedy and want to get revenge on the next one, or you lose a trade and then you just start losing your confidence, and or you win a trade and you start to get cocky. You start to think you can do whatever you want in the market and it's going to get you money, or you start to get lax just because you're up. You start to get complacent. But anyway, like I said, I could go on about this forever, but again, I'll just repeat: trading is the easiest yet hardest thing you may ever do in your life. And that's because you can just sit there, watch the candles, and make money. But then again, when you're doing that, your mind is running rampant. Your mind is just going, going, going. And so your job is to calm that down, control that, hone that in, and you'll be good. And with discipline and consistency, just like many other things in life, you can and will be a very wealthy person within trading. And again, last but not least, just want to call out, if you need any help in your trading journey, definitely join the Discord using the link below. We've got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of gems getting dropped in here. So yeah, you all have a great day, and we'll catch you in the next video.